I never felt the need to talk about this because I assumed everyone already knew about it. I mean, it was such an explosive series of atomic drama bombs that I didn't think that anyone would be unaware of it, but, well, here we are. So, cheers. This is the story all about how the Final Fantasy XI drama subreddit got destroyed because people who play this game are freaking insane. I think some people may be more familiar with the whole Spicy Ryan and Carver thing. Carver's the guy who runs Cat's Eye as a private server. Like, I think people are more aware of that at the very least, because that was the defining catalyst that completely destroyed the whole freaking thing permanently. But there were stages that kind of led up to that. And the most notable one, I think, has got to be the Kipling and Setsuko thing. Kipling and Setsuko, both married, both decided maybe to F around on the internet. Now, look, I'm not here to say that I'm morally superior. In point of fact, I stole my wife from her ex-husband, who became her ex because I was better and I actually have game. And I think some of you maybe don't. Frankly, I think that's why some of you actually hate Kipling as much as you do. I think you're just jealous. Well, it's okay. Not everyone's got it. Nonetheless, just to make it clear, I'm not trying to assert any type of, I don't have the high ground here, Anakin. I'm not better than anyone else here. I'm just here to tell you what people did, okay? So, Kipling and Setsuko are maybe having a conversation that they shouldn't have. Kipling says something that could very easily be taken in a very salacious way. But then Setsuko's response is to reply with a lascivious image that she has drawn. She drew hentai to send as a response to that. Holy effing F. What makes the whole thing even crazier is that she admitted that she was having these conversations with Kipling on her phone while she was sitting next to her husband on the couch. Damn, dude. I'm just saying. Again, I said I'm not here to judge people or anything. And I'm not. I'm just saying that's a little crazy. That's a little out there, man. Even for me, you know what I'm saying? Jeez. So, that obviously didn't go very well for either of them. Because it got to a point where, after Setsuko decided, maybe I shouldn't have done this, maybe I shouldn't have gotten into this situation, product of her own bad choices. You can look on Blue Garter. There's people that talk about how much of a drama instigator Setsuko was on Eden. This is not an isolated thing. This is not the only time that she has been the center of a drama explosion. So, Kipling, he's kind of a lawyer in real life. Damn, sorry. There's a fire going on here because I live in California. Big surprise. And I'm stupid enough to smoke cigarettes in a tent, so whatever. Kipling got all that stuff taken down off of that subreddit. Now, when a subreddit has to go through that type of legal action and is forced to respond to it, that kind of, sets a flag in Reddit where it's like, this community has gotten up to some BS. If you keep doing it, this community is going to go away type of deal. And, Kipling, obviously, maybe kind of did some things he shouldn't have done. maybe kind of overreacted a little bit. Just saying. I do think it was a bit of an overreaction. I'm not saying I don't understand why a person would react that way, but I think it was an overreaction. Setsuko gets destroyed and obliterated off the face of Horizon. And, the attempts to speak out about it were then silenced on Reddit. And then it started spilling over to the Final Fantasy XI auctionhouse.com forums. I don't even know if that thread's still there. I haven't checked in a while. But, oh man, that one got really long. That one got crazy. But there was plenty of screenshots and DMs that were being shared in that thread. And, I'm just going to say it. Miss me with the false dichotomy of aggressor and victim. Both of them screwed up in this situation. Both of them were at fault, frankly. Neither of them should have been getting involved in these kind of activities, and it really shouldn't come as any surprise to anyone that it ended this way. And the only reason I'm telling this is to hopefully serve as a cautionary tale that these are the types of things that you should not do. It will never end well for anyone involved. I don't feel like I should have to explain that to anyone, but apparently I do for some people. Anyway, that was like the first major thing that happened with that subreddit. But the truly insane one happened between Spicy Ryan and Carver. The thing that's effed up is that Spicy Ryan and Carver had known each other in real life. They were chill with each other, all that. Which is how Carver had Spicy Ryan's address, etc., all that, to start blasting that in public. So, yeah. It starts getting to a point where Spicy Ryan's wife is living in genuine fear at that point. Because the rivalry between Carver and Spicy Ryan, who, if you don't know, they're both sociopaths. They're both freaking crazy. You think I'm nuts? Bro, I'm not even close to either of these guys. It gets to a point where Spicy Ryan's wife is afraid that they're going to get swatted, Because that is unfortunately the kind of thing that, degens on the internet do when doxes are available to use for that purpose. And it got so heated. It got so effing ridiculous. The constant essays by Spicy Ryan about everything that was going on, at the very least, it was explicitly detailed, telling you everything that happened. But yeah, Carver's the one who doxed Spicy Ryan. And as a result of that coming to light, Carver got blacklisted from, ASB, LSB, everything. Cat's Eye is no longer allowed to have access to the code-based repositories because Carver has been considered such an absolute degenerate piece of human garbage that it's like, all right, you want any code on your server, you're going to have to hand code every single thing from now on because you're not allowed to use this stuff anymore, dude. Anyway, I mean, that's kind of it. There's not really any more to it. It's just kind of ridiculous and insane, the things that people at some point thought were acceptable or okay to do. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. So there you go. I didn't think I ever had to mention this. I thought everyone who's interested in server drama would know about these things, but then again, maybe I am the crazy one because I soak all this up like a sponge and I can't get enough of it. But, yeah, there it is. Now you know too. Thanks for listening. Appreciate your time. God bless. Later.